Unscripted.
You know, I was thinking about changing my name to Fudbuster or Fudbuster Reviews, because I tell you what, it seems like every day I have to come out here and kind of reiterate that something that somebody said or some site said or something that somebody got wrong about PlayStation 5 isn't true. And the funny thing is the amount of people and how quickly this stuff spreads through social media and a lot of these game sites. It's almost as if people are kind of, I don't know, cheerleading for Xbox or hoping that PlayStation messes up. But it is getting a little bit on the ridiculous side, if you ask me. I do think that obviously no company is perfect and things can always come up. But PlayStation actually announced some pretty interesting stuff, and they debunked something that was pretty huge. So I definitely want to say that this is something that I find to be incredible. And again, this should help solidify all the FUD, get rid of all that. If you don't know what FUD stands for, it means fear, uncertainty, doubt. And what happens is people cry, "Oh, did you hear the PlayStation runs hot? It's smoking hot." And you know, I mean, it can happen both ways. It was really prevalent on the Xbox One at launch, but now it seems like more people talk about the PlayStation 5 in terms of negativity, and then it spreads, and then people start doubting it, and maybe they want to get Xbox instead of a PlayStation. We're seeing a lot of this since Microsoft has tended to go with a quote-unquote grassroots campaign, basically giving a lot of influencers free stuff in order for them to talk positively about their console. So this is something that is obviously just happens, but we did get some significant pieces of Sony news confirmed, by the way, 100%. So let's get started. Hey, what's up everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. If you're looking for a easy way to support my channel, a simple like goes a long way, and it's completely free for you to do. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and so to get something like a like absolutely goes a long way with me. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me. Shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everyone in between. You are all amazing. Give yourselves a pat on the back. I sincerely mean that. With that being said, we've got a few interesting tidbits to talk about, and I wanted to cover this as soon as possible. First of all, I wanted to clear up the FUD. So people were freaking out yesterday because there was a party chat warning for the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 that it was actually going to be something that's coming to the PlayStation 5. There was a new PlayStation 4 software update which included a variety of features, including improved two-step verification, new parental controls, and more. But it's the changes to the party system that's freaking some players out. Players who try to start a party voice chat now get something a little bit off-putting. It says, voice chats may be recorded for moderation. By joining, you agree to be recorded. So, of course, you're being recorded? Uh-oh. Let's start the hate train on PlayStation. It's all over now. They're making some serious mistakes. Let's all freak out about it. Oh, wait. That's probably not a great idea. Obviously, people are kind of talking about this and things like that. It's going to be the talk of the town. Oh, man, they're going to record me? Here's the thing. Sony clarified the new warning is intended for the PlayStation 5, as the console will allow users engaged in party chats to record their own conversation and submit them for moderation. Not only that, PlayStation also commented and said they don't record conversations at all. So you can actually opt out of having friends record your conversations as well on the PlayStation 5, so you don't have to worry about it. So Sony officially responded and said this. Following this update, users are seeing a notification about party safety, and the voice chats in parties may be recorded. Voice chat recording for moderation is a feature that will be available on the PlayStation 5 when it launches, and will enable users to record their voice chats on PlayStation 5 and submit them for moderation review. The pop-up you're seeing on PlayStation 4 right now is to let you know that when you participate in a chat with a PS5 user post-launch, they may submit those recordings from their PlayStation 5 to SIE. So obviously, as far as like warnings go and stuff like that, this is something that a lot of people are gonna come out and talk about, because you know it sounds pretty ominous when you hear it right away. Like, oh no, your voice chat can be recorded. When I read the update initially, the first thing I took from it was other people could record your chats, which is, I mean, in this day and age, people can, you know, capture card record you, and it's just probably better just not to be a douche. But at the end of the day, also, you have the right to opt out of this as well, and that nobody can really use this stuff against you anyway, because it does violate some kind of some laws and things like that. But again, this is something that people shouldn't really worry about. Honestly, it's nothing changed. It's the same thing on Xbox. They actually have the ability to record you in chats if they wanted to, but I still think that it's something that I needed to cover and talk about, because a lot of people were talking about, oh man, did you see this? It's bad news for Sony. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's really not bad news for Sony. This is something that's not really really worth even talking about outside of clearing this up. So outside of that, I wanted to cover one more thing. PlayStation 5 will allow you to install physical games and play them offline, thankfully. So Digital Foundry actually did a long write-up on the PlayStation 5 UI and said that the PlayStation 5 will allow you to install physical games offline on the PlayStation 5 and even play them offline as well. The write-up highlights a huge feature as in the following. So if you didn't know, basically what it means is, even though Microsoft I don't really know Microsoft's stance on DRM with the Xbox Series X or S, to be honest with you. It's very interesting to see that you can play games offline on the PlayStation 5, install games offline on the PlayStation 5 as well. But here's what they said. One final piece of good news. We're firm advocates of game preservations at Digital Foundry. We believe that when you buy a physical game, you should be able to install and play it offline. The code on the disc matters. PlayStation 4 will always let you run the code. Patches are never mandatory except for total online titles. And Hideki Nishino says that the same is true for PlayStation 5. Not being able to run the disc code would be out of the question. This is a great piece of news, and it ensures that those who don't always have a great and stable internet connection won't be hindered on PlayStation 5. Providing they have the disc version of the console, the PlayStation 5 UI was revealed earlier today after multiple reports suggested that the UI reveal would happen this week and that we would get an in-depth look at what we can expect. So again, you're not required to be online to install a game off of a disc or to play a game. So that's really good news, and it really should come without saying, to be honest with you, just because obviously, if we buy these games and we should be able to sort of play them and get the most use out of them that we can. And with that being said, I do find it completely amazing that this is something that continues to sort of perk itself up like this. Just at the end of the day, I just feel like it's really good that Sony is kind of listening to the fans, and Sony is not only are they listening to fans, they're really paying attention to what gamers want in the long run, and I think that that's exactly what kind of matters most. And when it comes to the little things and the tangible things and stuff like that, I feel like it's really important to kind of get that mindset out there that, hey, you know what, this stuff matters. We need to keep it moving forward, and I really do appreciate that as a gamer, and again, if you're a fan of Xbox or PlayStation, I feel like you're going to be happy one way or the other. As far as I can tell, like Xbox fans, you've got nothing to worry about once the games start rolling in. If you're somebody that's looking for like some big AAA titles anytime soon, then you might have really set yourself up for some disappointment. But again, if you're a hardcore Xbox fan, you're probably perfectly happy with multiplats and things like that. For the simple fact is that you were probably, happy with what they've offered the past few years, which really hasn't been much. But if you were happy with them and stuck with them, and then hey, you'll probably be happy waiting even longer. I mean, I notice a lot of Xbox fans just like have that low expectation and don't really care what Microsoft really offers as long as it's a place to play like third-party games. And to be fair, that doesn't make you any less a gamer or whatever. It is kind of what it is. But again, very busy day today for PlayStation with the UI stuff and the sharing stuff. And we also get to saw stuff like as far as the UI goes, like Destruction All-Stars took 8 seconds to join a multiplayer match from the PlayStation 5 UI from a cold boot, which to me blows my mind. Is very reminiscent of some of the news and stuff we were able to get. Remember the original Xbox One idea? I feel like that was sort of reminiscent of that. I just thought that was really cool and really inventive that we could be able to do that. It also looks like the like suspend, resume stuff is going to be there on the PlayStation 5 as well. And, you know, again, being able to get right into a multiplayer match when you want to, join your friends, all that kind of stuff. It looks like the PlayStation 5 is like the one-stop shop for all that kind of stuff. Really looking forward to getting one in my hands as well. It's kind of funny because seeing all those Burger King ads of people winning their PlayStation 5 just kind of gets me even that much more excited. Again, we are less than 3 weeks away, a little bit more than 3 weeks, excuse me, from having these consoles in our hand, and it's super exciting, and I can't say enough good things about it. I, of course, will link all of this stuff in the description below. I really do appreciate everyone spending time and checking out the videos and all that kind of good stuff. It really does mean a lot to me, and it's very much appreciated. It really is. I can't say enough good things about each and every one of you. If you did watch my video, please consider leaving a like and maybe consider subscribing. You guys, I hope you all have a fantastic night. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Take care of one another. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.